And there we have it, y'all. The New York Knicks go on to lose to the Toronto Raptors. Definitely a very, very frustrating loss because I freaking love the way we started this game. By the way, no Scotty Barnes, no Pascal Siakam. I'm not going to say, oh, like we should have won by 1,000,000 points. I don't care who's out there on the court. You're supposed to execute the same way. The game plan's obviously different and all of that. Like Scotty Barnes is a ridiculously good player as a rookie. I'm looking forward to seeing what he could do. I love his defense. I love his vision. He plays with such a high motor. I've made a video on him, and I really wanted to face Scotty Barnes. I think Pascal Siakam got too much hate this past season. I think he's gonna continue to improve as a player in the NBA. But let's just say the Raptors, they executed 48 minutes of basketball better, and they stepped up when it mattered most, or they stepped up in that second half when it really mattered. The New York Knicks got off to a great start. It was very fun basketball to watch, but that doesn't mean though it was smart basketball. We didn't play smart basketball throughout this entire game. So to get into this game, at the beginning, we couldn't miss threes from beyond the arc. We were absolutely on fire. This team continues to show, or at least glimpses, at least in this game, because it didn't happen on a consistent basis. It kind of wore off like at the end of the game, which is kind of shown like through Knicks games that we start off shooting the three ball very well and it like just wears down, or we start missing towards the end when it does matter. But RJ Barrett hit a couple threes in that first quarter. Julius Randle pouring it on. Evan Fournier, I believe Julius Randle had like 18 points in that first quarter. We were on a 10-2 run. The defense looked good. I love the ball movement. It was unselfish basketball. We were crashing the glass. I like the way Mitchell Robinson played. OG Anunoby, though, fantastic game. I think he's one of the most underrated young players in the game. He definitely deserves recognition. I'm not sure if he's going to be a star, but I really like the way he plays the game of basketball. I really got to give credit to OG Anunoby. He's someone who I've been following for a while since he's been a rookie with the Toronto Raptors. But yeah, he had an and one, splashing it from the outside. He stepped up when it really mattered. He had over 30 points in this game. Bantam, I thought he played good defense. Like him showing off his length on Derrick Rose in this basketball game. So yeah, we were on a 10-2 run. And the one guy who absolutely killed us in this game that actually stopped that 10-2 run was Gary Trent Jr. I believe he got Derrick Rose with a pump fake, and he knocked down a jumper. In the second quarter, the bench looked good as well, quickly. He wasn't making his shots really in this game. He had a deep three at the end when it looked like it was kind of momentum, but it looks like he's in a sophomore slump. He can't hit a shot to save his life whatsoever. Wide open shots we saw going last year, or at least when he was hot last year. Yeah, he used to make those like with his freaking eyes closed. Now he can't make them at all. He's not really going to that floater, but this is what I said I remember in the offseason. We'll get to see how quickly adjust, because they're going to game plan for that floater. They're going to know how he plays in the second year. But I thought he had some nice passes to Obi inside, but his awareness did not look good out there on the court. Derrick Rose, I thought, looked all right. We were up 18 points at one point in this game. And you know why? Because of fundamentals, moving the basketball, getting out in transition. Obi Toppin, I thought, did a really good job running the floor. I got to give credit to Obi Toppin. He looks like he continues to improve every single game, and I really got to give credit to him. He's one of the rare guys that actually played good in this game, and same thing with RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett played his freaking ass off, and he's someone that you could say I was up in his jersey. I was giving him a lot of crap because I expect a lot from him. I know he wants to be great, and if he wants to be great, he has to work on certain things, and I thought he played brilliant once again. There were some moments on defense, maybe he has to clean up, but I'm sure he's going to put in the work. Like, at the end, when OG Anunoby hit that sidestep three on RJ, that was just a beautiful shot, and it was the first time a player hit that sidestep three on RJ, or like a difficult shot on the right wing. Remember, he forced DeMar DeRozan on the miss, Jason Tatum on the miss, but that was just an amazing shot. They couldn't miss down the stretch. But after being up 18 points, like everything we're doing good, crashing the glass, rebounding, ball movement, being unselfish, it went away. Too many players looked to create for themselves. It was just awful basketball to watch. We were turning the ball over left and right, just like allowing offensive rebound after offensive rebound. It was just so freaking ugly. Like, I literally wanted to pour bleach in my eyes, but I got to give credit to the Raptors. Gary Trent Jr. killing it. Fred VanVleet, he did his thing. And yes, you could say we played bad, but the Toronto Raptors played fantastic defense as well. They played fantastic defense. This is a young team that's looking to prove themselves. It's always scary when you play one of these young teams because, like, they're just not going to take a minute off. They're going to continue to fight. They're very well conditioned. They have fresh legs. But OG Anunoby, Gary Trent Jr., Svi Mikhailuk was getting guys with, like, pump fakes. And, it like, before you know it, that 18-point lead went down to, like, a 1-point lead. But then the Knicks started to get things going a little bit, and we kind of had a cushion going into halftime, up 4 points. But the third quarter, things got even worse. Like, I just couldn't believe what I was watching. Like, I know I've been a New York Knicks fan for so long, but for a Tom Thibodeau run team, just no defense. No defense at all. Yes, there was plays that they're like that you couldn't do anything about it. They were making amazing shots, but like transition defense, half court setting defense, it was just awful. It really was. Like all those threes we were making earlier in the game, that all went away. The ball movement went away. The discipline went away. Falling for pump fakes, offensive rebound, just awful. Defense, all of that went away. And yes, you could say at the end of this game, we had a nice little run. This team didn't give up. But it was too little too late. It was. Or when we would score, the Raptors, they just couldn't miss. They were absolutely killing us. They're outsmarting us. Like, they found a way to get to the basket. They figured out angles better than us. Like, this game is just so frustrating. And when RJ is one of the only good players in that fourth quarter, or one of the only players that are playing good in this game, give the ball to frickin' RJ Barrett. It's really pissing me off. Or that really pissed me off. Like, the Knicks didn't play good. The Raptors simply played a better brand of basketball. They moved the ball. They made shots when it mattered most. It was just an awful display. We just hope the New York Knicks could bounce back. Like, literally in that fourth quarter, like, the first couple of possessions were turnovers. Like, it was the most, like, selfish brand of basketball I've ever seen. And I know Tom Thibodeau's going to rip into them. And I'm sure this New York Knicks team's going to bounce back. Credit to RJ down the stretch. Credit to Mitchell Robinson. I thought he played well on the defense side of the basketball. Like, Mitch, I thought played well. Obi Toppin, I thought played well. RJ Barrett, I thought played well. Those are the only guys that I could really give credit to. Maybe I am missing some guys, but like, just wow. I appreciate your support. Peace out, y'all.